We cannot have unilateral governor action that is not coordinated with the federal government to address an issue that is of national importance.
So that is Alejandro Mayorkas, who is criticizing Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the moves that he's taken with regards to what is it? Anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 illegal entrants per day at the southern border. Welcome back to the program. Second hour of the nationally syndicated radio show. Your lovable little curmudgeon here behind the mic with you to get your Monday started. And I had listened, Abbott had responded to that this morning, and we've talked about, the governor and I have talked about this issue on the show, because here's the problem with this. And I do think that this will end up being some, because it sounds like they're going to have that fight. I think it will end up being some kind of 10th Amendment thing. When you're a border state, or really any governor, it's in your state constitution that you can do certain things to protect your citizenry, for the well-being of your citizens. I mean, that's why you've been elected. And as it relates to border issues, bordering Mexico, the administration can't hide behind, well, we're the federal government, so we have supremacy here. It's kind of a quasi-commandeering clause violation. So the 10th Amendment and states' rights, this is something that's I think most recently came before the court back in the 90s, Prince v. U.S. And this was the fight over 10th Amendment and what states are expected and not expected to do. And the Prince case, as I remember it, had to do with the Brady bill and when they were passing background checks, and the federal government wanted states to run a federal program, run finance, resource, everything, their background check program, the system. And states did not want to use their taxpayer dollars to fund a federal program. And so there was the lawsuit over that, and the Supreme Court found in favor of the states because the federal government was accused of commandeering. You cannot commandeer state resources for federal programs. And in many instances, that's what's happening here. You have the federal government, which is insisting on a completely open border policy, and yet they want to commandeer the resources of these border states to pay for that policy, when it's these border states that bear the brunt, not just of the criminal activity, but also the cost of it. Texas taxpayers are on the hook more for illegal immigration than in Massachusetts. Taxpayers in Massachusetts, taxpayers in border states pay more for this than those people in other states do. And so for Martha's Vineyard to call the National Guard in because they couldn't handle 24 hours of dealing with 100 illegal entrants, when you have border states that deal with that, towns along the border of middle-class means that deal with 6,000 to 7,000 illegal entrants per day, it's goofy. So this is what I think that there is real, and I know that there are a couple of things working their way up through the system on that, but for the administration to sit here and say that, well, he's going it alone, because you forced these governors in this very difficult position. And whenever governors try to do more, I remember, Jan Brewer in Arizona, she was trying to do a lot more and send people back across the border. The Obama administration sued her and threatened to arrest her. I mean, this is how crazy they fought with everybody from Perry to Brewer. I mean, name somebody. They fought with them. So this is the issue here, and this is one of the big lies that they keep pushing on this. So I was glad that Abbott has set that straight, but I think a lot of these people who keep saying this, who keep pushing this issue, I mean, it's you can't demand an open border and then demand that states pay for your open border program. That states pay for your open border and they use all of their border patrol resource, everything to deal with. You just can't do that.